Hello. The Student Organization Consulting Company was founded in 2017. Now, although that was only a year ago, our company has found great success. 80% of our clients have found a job in their field. Now, that's great success in today's market. That's 8 out of 10 people. Now, you're probably wondering to yourself, what's in it for me? Why should I go to you guys rather than any old consulting company that's been around forever? We guarantee you guys an interview right out of our consulting company. Right after you guys are done with us, right out of school, we will get you guys an interview, guaranteed. Now, today we're going to go over a couple things in our company's proposal. We're going to go over our company background, our statement of need, and our communications, and our recommendations of the company. Now, the company background is going to be presented by Joey. He's going to do the company background, give you all the background of the information of the company. The statement of need and our communications, being internal and external, are both going to be presented by Brittany. Now, our last thing, our recommendations and our closing are both going to be presented by Toby. Now, that's a lot of information we're going to go over today, but it's all going to be well worth it. Now, before I throw you just straight into the proposal, I'm going to hand it off to Joey, who's going to start off with the company background and introduce the next person after that. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael, for that introduction. So to continue with our presentation, I just wanted to provide with you some information regarding our consulting firm's background. So for starters, our consulting firm's name is Student Organization Consulting Company, also known as SOCC for short. It was founded by a group of 5 goal-driven individuals, and they believed that when they founded this organization that they should instill these 5 core principles, so they each decided to come up with their own principle that thought best fit what the company should represent, and they all basically decided, hey, these are our principles and our company is going to thrive off this every single day. So those 5 core principles are character, customer service, reliability, diversity, and excellence. So with those 5 core principles, every day in our training programs and with all of our customers, we like to keep being reminded of these things so that we can be the best company that we can be and treat people the way they need to be treated, as well as expand our relations by diversifying everything. To continue on from that, we also have our company mission, and that is basically there's so many students nowadays that come up, graduation just sneaks up on them, and they're stuck with this "what do I do next" kind of thing, and they just don't know where to go or who to be with, and our firm is designed to help these students by providing them with proper guidance every single day and walking them through the process of transitioning out of their college careers into their adult careers. So basically what we do is we sit down with them, talk about some of their interests, what they like to do, what they want to do with their degree that they've just earned, and then what we do from there is we set them up with our networking group of people and align them with internships or interviews, whatever they're interested in at that time, to try and help them get out of that first step of the rut that most seniors find themselves in. And we target our audience towards a lot of recently graduated students, but we also don't want to exclude people that have been out of the game for 2-3 years. So if you've been recently graduated or been unemployed for a little while, or you've even used our services before, we offer services where you can come in, work with us. We'll set you up, get you going, and then if things don't work out with that place that we lined up for you, you can come back, and we'll find someone else for you or get you another interview or start your career in a different field. And lastly, our goals are to improve the image of the student government agency here at West Georgia. We plan to do this by improving their overall internal and external communications, as well as looking into things like establishing a stronger presence in social media. Nowadays, students are so influenced by social media, so if you don't have a presence in that, it's easily to be looked over by students. So by providing them with a stronger presence in that field, I think that would make them overall more successful, spread more awareness about the company, and so on and so forth. So that concludes some information about our background for our company, and we're going to turn it over to Brittany to talk about some of our statements of needs and internal and external communications. Thanks.
Thank you, Joey. I truly appreciate that. Hi, my name is Brittany Ward, and I will be presenting to you the statement of needs as well as the internal and external communications. To begin with is the history of SGA. SGA is the acronym of Student Government Association. Here at the University of West Georgia, our Student Government Association is one of the oldest as well as the longest running student organization here on campus. The Student Government Association provides and serves as the voice of concern of the student body. The meetings are held at 3 p.m. on Thursdays, every Thursdays, to inform students as well as faculty and staff about what is going on campus, around campus, as well as throughout the Carrollton community. What the organization needs is a lot. According to the Student Organization Consulting Company, we discovered that the Student Government Association needs or lacks student engagement, lack social media presence, as well as lacking in confidence when presenting in front of a large crowd of people. What we resulted to is the oral presentation. Due to the fact that SGA members have to present in front of a large crowd, they will tend to be nervous, and sometimes we can't control that. Although we cannot control it and whatnot, we also cannot control how others will view us. Now, if you are the presenter, you cannot and you will not be able to seem credible nor reliable with the information that you are trying to present out to the community. So you will probably lose the interest and the attention of the audience if you stumble across your words, or if you give us information that is not correct. You will seem very incredible and seem like you're not reliable enough to get the information from or to listen to. Up next is the internal communications. For those who do not know what internal communication is, it is the relationship and the interaction between the members of the particular company or organization. One of their current communication is through emails, text messaging, as well as GroupMe. GroupMe is one effective way to send out information, just quick, concise information to your colleagues to just get things done and etc. Now with the email, they should use the email only and only if they have a large amount of information that they need to share to their colleagues so that they can retain as well as just be informed about what's going on. Another way is through phone. The quickest way is through phone. It's one of the most efficient ways because everyone has a phone in their pocket or purse. So if they needed to talk just briefly, you could just easily call someone and then just get it over with instead of just waiting for a response from a text or from the email and whatnot. We did a comparative analysis between Tuskegee's Student Government Association as well as UWG's African Student Association. To start, Tuskegee. Tuskegee's SGA provides an up-to-date website that is efficient to read as well as give the students access to the materials that they need to know. Like, for example, a calendar where it has all the set dates and events. Whereas for the University of West Georgia's SGA's website, it doesn't really say much. It only has the bylaws and the Constitution, but it is not up to date. It's very empty, and many students wouldn't know if it exists because of that. Like, is it an active organization or not? How will we know if you do not keep your website up to date? Um, as for the African Student Association, SGA and the African Student Association serves the same student body. Um, Not SGA. The African Student Association meets twice a month and help and are, well, they are here to help students understand the stereotype gap and to just close it and whatnot, between African this between students of African descent as well as students who are not of African descent. Um, this organization has a lively social media presence and is currently growing. However, for SGA, they haven't really been keeping up to date with all their social media. It seems like they are all over the place and all that good stuff. Last but not least, external communication is the way that a company or organization, such as the Student Government Association here at the University of West Georgia, reaches out to their audience, such as, well, via email, text messaging, social media, oral or written communication. This is their way of promoting themselves and informing others that, hey, we have an event coming up. Please participate and come out and support us. One of their main forms of external communications is via email, due to the fact that they have to reach out to a large group of students. I mean, like the whole campus. It makes sense to just send out an email. Via social media helps too, because everyone everyone doesn't have a social media, but most college kids do. And if they are promoting themselves, they will ask students to follow their social media so that they can have a better and growing social media uh, presence, as well as a professional one too, so that they can seem more legit. Um, Up next, I will be talking about the strengths, the weaknesses, as well as the opportunities and threats of SGA. To start with is the strengths. Um, According to SGA, one of their strengths is the external communications and how they reach out to every student. Um, Although they have been reaching out to other students and etc., they still lack student engagement and all that good stuff. Um, another strength is that they are required to be here on campus due to the state law. So they can never go away. They can never be deceased or anything. The organization is here to stay forever. And which is the reason why I stated earlier that this organization is the oldest as well as the longest running organization here at the University of West Georgia. It also provides as the voice of the students' concerns. Their weaknesses. Um, they have an unclear goal. Uh, they lack reliability, and last but not least, it is the elections. The reason why all three come together, well, they say they don't have a goal. However, their goal is to just inform students and just to be the voice of the students here at the university and keep us informed about what is going on campus. But lack of reliability in elections. According to the president of SGA, the elections is very unfair. It does not give students who are actually passionate in this particular field the opportunity to move up from their current positions. And another thing is that most people will vote for someone that they already know, and this will prevent people who are actually interested in SGA and all that comes with it. It prevents them from actually gaining the experience and opportunities as well. And I say this because there are people who are out there only joining organizations due to the fact that it looks good on their resumes. However, if there are people out here who are actually interested in that particular field and aren't given the chance or opportunity to grow within that organization or field, they'll feel like they were cheated out of. Their opportunities is to have a professional online presence. This includes their website. They do not have an up-to-date website. They have no dates. They have nothing. Just the bylaws and the Constitution, as well as the people or members of the SGA Council. They will be able to build a community online and gain a better following, a consistent following, and they will be able to build a new council. Threats, they don't really have any threats due to the fact that they work with every organization. Thank you, and now it is moving on to Toby.
Hello, my name is Oluwa Toby. I'm a member of the Student Organization Consulting Company. To buttress more on what my colleagues have said so far, our consulting company would like to ensure the success of the Student Government Association by providing few recommendations that we're sure will help the organization grow and have effective communication. The first recommendation that we would like to suggest to the Student Government Association is about the image of the organization. Enforcing dress code is very important when it comes to an organization. Enforcing dress codes prohibits clothing that are vulgar and inappropriate for the students that are representing the organization. It also increases the chance of students joining the organization because they feel a sense of belongingness. Creating interactive websites is also another way to improve this image of the organization. Creating interactive websites that allows students to be more involved and more informed about events and activities that will be held by the organization. Another recommendation I would like to suggest is about increasing student involvement on campus. Having meaningful events on campus will increase the rate at which students get more familiar with the organization. For instance, let events like study bleeds, events like study sections, events like career fair would make students be involved with the Student Government Association. Giving out promotional gifts like t-shirts and coupons and books will entice the students and encourage them to be more involved in the organization. When it comes to an organization, external communication is very important. We live in a technology age and there are a lot of social media platforms that are free and effective as well as reliable. I definitely suggest that the Student Government Association would make use of social platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter to communicate with students. Another way to communicate with the students is through the school email. Holding meetings at days and time that are comfortable for the students as well is a very important way of communicating with the students. In conclusion, if the Student Government Association follows our recommendation and heed to advice on how to improve their company's internal communication, external communication, and organization image as proposed, I assure you that this will improve the growth of the organization and also create more effective communication amongst SGA and their students. Thanks to the end of our proposal presentation. As said earlier, our company goal is to establish awareness on this brings us this brings us to the end of our proposal presentation. As said earlier by my colleague, uh, the company's goal is to improve the overall image of the student association by spreading awareness and as well as establishing social presence on as well as establishing stronger presence on dots. You can visit our website at www.socc.net. Thank you once again for your time, and we hope to hear